Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to TAW, and we have a big tag team match for you guys. And the winning tag team gets into the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match for the Excalibur Championship. Well, the final two spots. It's William Wallace and Frieza going up against Anderson Silva and King Kong. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. Because, one, Anderson Silva and King Kong, that's a strange tag team right there. And Frieza and William Wallace are going to be a strange tag team because they've faced off before in a match for Frieza's hardcore title, back when Frieza was hardcore champion, and William Wallace was molecular champion, and they pretty much beat the crap out of each other, which is something you would expect, hardcore championship match. But still, Frieza was able to be victorious in that match thanks to an interference from Bane. But now they're looking to get into the Excalibur Championship picture. Remember that belt. If you hold that belt, you can cash it in for a world title shot, but you also have to defend it. So it's like Money in the Bank that you have to defend. Kind of like the X Division title, sort of. So there's no weight limit. I don't know if the X Division title has a weight limit either. I don't know. But here comes William Wallace, former molecular champion. Held that title for a long time before he finally lost it to Deadpool at Decadence. And then he lost the rematch. But since he was a champion for so long, we're throwing him into the Excalibur title picture. And we may be looking at we may be looking at the first ever Excalibur champion in the ring right now, like these four competitors. William Wallace, Frieza, Anderson Silva, or King Kong could be the future Excalibur champion. And already qualified to be in that Fatal 4-Way is Android 13, who defeated Jeff Hardy, and Dante, because he's undefeated right now. And here comes their opponents, Anderson Silva and King Kong. King Kong really hasn't been doing that much because he lost to Gohan at Turning Point in a tables match. And here comes Anderson Silva. The last time we saw him was at Decadence when he lost a match against Dante. So he'd love to win this match and get in there and get some revenge against Dante. But he's got to get to Frieza and William Wallace to do that. But yeah, he was on a hot streak, and then he went into Decadence going up against Dante, who was making his debut, and he came up short. Lost to the Devil Trigger. And so yeah, he was a little upset about that. But since he was on a hot streak, going into the Excalibur Championship picture, it's all about opportunity, you guys. You got people that are on losing streaks and winning streaks, and former champions. And yeah, yes, as I mentioned earlier, Frieza is a former hardcore champion. Strangely enough, Anderson Silva has not won a championship yet in TAW. But knowing him and his record, he most certainly will at some point. And he's a big threat in this matchup here. But it's still got to be weird because an MMA an MMA guy teaming up with a giant gorilla. And here comes King Kong, who really hasn't had that many matches, but he's been impressive in some and he's lost some. Actually, well, yeah, I think the only match he's ever won was a 6-man battle royal over the top rope elimination. That was the face Gohan, which then he lost. But this could be his big break. He could be the future Excalibur champion, which is huge. And of course, the winner of that match will have to defend their championship at our next pay-per-view Meltdown, and that's going to be interesting. The first ever TAW Excalibur championship defense. I mean, the person who wins the title to cash in that night, or the night after, the night before, when we're not even filming, which isn't possible, but it still could happen. When the referee rings the bell, and here we go, starting off with Frieza and Anderson Silva, exchanging kicks to the midsection. Frieza going after the hamstrings, and again going to the hamstrings. Now he's got him a front chancery, and a counter into an armbar. And if my speech is a little impaired, you guys, I'm sorry about that because I have a huge ulcer on my tongue, so it kind of hurts to talk. But Anderson Silva with a big left hand right to the midsection. Frieza trying to counter the Irish whip, going to the corner, and Frieza just stalking him. There's getting on the top rope, going high early. Oh, but Anderson counters it. On the top rope. And a big missile dropkick by Anderson Silva. Looked like he got him running underneath the chin. And Anderson looking to get into that Fatal 4-Way. And it's Fatal 4-Way elimination. Not first fall. It's elimination. And it's falls count in the ring. It's falls count somewhere. Not anywhere. So he's got Frieza back to his feet. Now he's looking to go make a tag to King Kong. And King Kong makes a tag. It's just impressive they were able to communicate that well. Well, look, it's going for a double team suplex. And that's going to be hurting Frieza. And Frieza, come on Frieza, you just had a movie come out in Japan. And now, and a big jumping neckbreaker. Yeah, there you go Frieza, you just had a movie come out in Japan. Do better. I mean, if you were in your golden form, maybe, but whatever. But now a tag made to William Wallace. These former foes working against each other. And a double team clothesline spear. Nice move, taking down the giant gorilla. Now William Wallace is legal. And big left hands and a big drop. Oh, he missed a drop kick. King Kong throws him off. Now King Kong going for an Irish whip. William Wallace is in trouble. Oh, and Anderson Silva. Great teamwork there, pulling down the ropes. And William Wallace is in trouble. Now he's going to win another front chancery. And they're going for a double team to the outside. And a double team gutbuster. And William Wallace is in a danger zone right now. Oh, and a big hip toss on the outside. There's not a lot of padding out there. And William Wallace has got to get out of there right now. And the referee's at a 3 count. Now he's at a 4 count. And right to the ring post, but William Wallace is still fighting back. The dude's he's a tough dude. Now throwing back into the ring. I mean, he's Scottish. He's a tough dude. He's naturally tough. Now King Kong's back in the ring. Oh, and a big shot right to the chest. And now side headlock. And William Wallace with a nice side headlock takedown to King Kong. That's some strength right there. Oh, a big forearm. Now he's trying to Irish whip into the corner. He just Irish whipped a giant gorilla. That's impressive. And he just did it again. Nice counter. And a big kick to the midsection. You'd think that wouldn't hurt King Kong at all because he's so huge, but whatever. And a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. So I wonder he didn't accidentally break his own leg on that one. But now a leg drop to King Kong. And King Kong is in trouble right now. The former molecular champion is giving him a lot of trouble right now. And now wise move by William Wallace going right after the leg. Trying to chop down the gigantic gorilla. Now another leg drop, and King Kong has got to go make a tag to Anderson Silva. And another forearm. And King Kong's in a lot of trouble. Looks like William Wallace is going for a submission, but King Kong's too big. He's too big for that. And now look at this. Oh, a huge backbreaker, knee to the spine. And King Kong, you might want to tag out right now. And look at this. He's got him way up in the air. And an atomic drop in the year 2015. Wow. Now he's got to make his feet. King Kong, make a tag. If you want to win this match, you might want to make a tag. I know you're a giant gorilla, but oh, now he's tagging in Anderson Silva. And tag was made. Now a double team Irish whip. More double team in this match. And a double elbow right to the face. I don't even think Anderson Silva needed to do an elbow because it was just all King Kong. Well, he's going for a DDT, but a counter into a DDT of his own. William Wallace with a nice counter right there. And these two have had a match before, and William Wallace actually made Anderson Silva tap out to the figure 4 leg lock. Now a tag made to Frieza. Now it's Frieza and Anderson Silva. The way this match started. Oh, he missed a clothesline. And now Frieza taking it back to him. And now it's exchanging right hands. And look at Frieza. He's got him hooked, going for a suplex. And a big vertical suplex. As Frieza's building momentum against Anderson Silva. And a springboard crossbody. Nice move by Frieza. He's trying to build some momentum, but he's got to be careful because King Kong's right behind him, literally right behind him. And we all know how Frieza feels about giant monkeys. Doesn't like monkeys. Oh, he missed a forearm. And now Anderson Silva going for an Irish whip. Anderson Silva, oh, went for a boot, but Frieza countered with a big Hurricane Rana. And Anderson Silva wisely getting out of dodge. And taking advantage of that window of opportunity of Frieza trying to get out of the ring. And now just laying the smacketh down like he's The Rock or something crazy like that. And the referee, I believe, is he's at a 3 count. Frieza's in trouble now. King Kong's right next to him and clotheslining William Wallace right out of the ring. Well, he wasn't even in the ring. He wasn't even the legal man, just trying to make sure it covers bases. And Frieza, oh, a huge roundhouse kick right into the face. And that might be it. He might have just knocked out Anderson Silva. And into the cover, hooking the leg. 1, 2. But Anderson Silva kicks out at 2.5. That's close. This one's right from the outside. And spearing Frieza right out of the ring. Now going back after William Wallace. And now, for some reason, he's focusing on William Wallace right now. And, huge DDT to William Wallace. And Frieza right back. Oh, Frieza taking advantage of that. And a death ball. Death ball connects. Anderson Silva's too busy with William Wallace, and Frieza took advantage of that. And into the cover off the death ball. 1, 2, and 3. Anderson Silva made a huge mistake, and Frieza capitalized on that. He was trying to attack William Wallace, and then Frieza from behind hit the death ball for the win. And now Frieza and William Wallace are filling out the final 2 spots in the Fatal 4-Way match for the Excalibur Championship. And that's going to be a huge match. It's going to be Dante versus Android 13 versus William Wallace versus Frieza. And that's going to be a huge, huge match on TAWL. One of these guys could possibly be the Excalibur Champion. And that's all for tonight, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the match. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Good night, everybody.